So what is up, you guys? It's your girl Young Africana. I already got my bald cap already down and laid and slayed. Now we're going on to the wig. So this hair was provided by Ali Pearl. I had the Brazilian curly in 224s, a 22 and a 20-inch lace frontal, 13x4 lace frontal. Now what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting out the ear tabs. I already tinted the lace on the wig itself, and right now I'm taking 91% alcohol and I'm rubbing down my forehead just so that all the oils and dirt is off my forehead. Now I'm using the Bold Hold Active Glue, and I used 4 layers of their glue. You want to make sure that you have thin layers and making sure that between each layer the layer dries completely before adding another coat. And I'm just using my rat tail comb just to help smooth down that glue. And now that the glue is nice and clear and dry and ready for me to put on, I'm going to go ahead and put my wig on and put it exactly where you want it at. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my rat tail comb and pretty much just kind of not smudge it in, but we're going to, smooth the lace into place is what I like to call it. You don't want to smudge it because then it gets a little messy. And I'm just using my hands just to kind of press down that glue, and then on top of that using my blow dryer on medium heat just to blow out that glue so it can be nice and dry. Now I'm taking my scissors and I'm cutting slits into the hair. I'm going to be working with 3 slits just so we can cut the hair into sections. And I'm using my razor comb, and we're just going to kind of cut in a jagged motion just so that it doesn't look too wiggy. And you're just going to do that on each side. Now what I'm doing is I'm gonna remove a little bit of the front because I didn't want my forehead to be looking a little too small. Yeah, so I went ahead and cut off a little bit more of the lace, and then whatever excess lace that is laying out that isn't glued yet, I'm gonna go ahead and glue that down. And again, I'm just using some of the glue. I placed it on my hand this time because we're working with a smaller section. Then my rat tail comb, and I did about 2 to 3 layers of it before I smudged it down. Well, not smudge, but you know what I mean. Before I placed it down. And again, just using my hands to kind of press it in. And then I'll be using my Got2b Freeze Spray just to help further them out. Now I'm going to be sectioning out my baby hairs with my comb. This is the most fun part yet, a little bit tricky part, but we're in this together, you guys. I'm still learning with y'all as well, just learning new techniques and all that. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to section out the perimeter, and then I'll be using my hot comb to press out those baby hairs just so that it is nice and straight, and it pretty much is prepping it for it to be laid down with our setting lotion. But before we do that, I went ahead and spray some more Got2b Freeze Spray, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my elastic band just to tie it down. And I waited about 30 minutes after I tied it down just so it could fully dry before taking it off. Now 30 minutes is up, take it off, and as you guys can see, it's looking even more melted than what it was before. Now I'm going to use my razor comb just to cut off our baby hairs. You want to make sure that your baby hairs are not too long but not too short. So you want to make sure that your baby hairs are about 1 inch. If you want to go shorter, you can. But now I'll be using my Nairobi setting lotion and also my baby hair comb, and I am placing the foam into the baby hairs. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky. You want to make sure that you're very light-handed because you don't want to lift up the lace. But I'm just going to go ahead and set my baby hairs, and you guys could do your baby hairs however you want. Lace is like an art, you guys. You gotta it doesn't matter who does it and how you do it. There's no rules to the game. As long as your lace is not lifting, sis, do you. So this is how I'm doing my baby hairs. Also, one thing I do want to say about this wig is the reason why I am doing like what you guys would call excessive baby hairs is more because the lace is a little bit more on the thicker side. And with this, you can't go out with just the lace showing, and that's that. You cannot. I'm sorry. To me, you cannot. The lace was a little bit too thick for me. Usually Ali Pro doesn't have thick laces, but this wasn't their transparent lace. So I had to work with what I had, you feel me? So I went ahead and placed the mousse all over the hairline as well, just so that it can have a nice feel. And I'm just kind of fixing it up a little bit just to make sure that I have it placed where I want it at. And yeah. But again, I have worked with Ali Pro before, and I would suggest for beginners getting their transparent lace because it's more on the thinner side. And yeah, it's just less room for error. So right now what I'm doing is I'm taking my satin scarf, and I'm going to leave it on there for about 30 minutes and then use my elastic band just to make sure that it's nice and secure. And yeah, like I said, wait 30 minutes or until it's fully dry, and then we're going to go ahead and take it off. And as you guys can see, Mamita, I am looking laid and slayed. You feel me? You could leave your baby hairs like this, but y'all know me. I like my soft baby hairs. So I comb my baby hairs out as well as using my hot comb just to get rid of that crease, as you guys can see. And yeah, use your baby hair comb to comb out those baby hairs. And I feel like it just looks so much more attractive and more natural in my offense. But again, baby hairs are an art. Do what you gotta do. Do what satisfies you, okay? Now that I have my baby hairs combed out, I'm going to go ahead and take my shears and just cut off some of the hairs that I felt were a little bit too long for my liking. And I'm just going to kind of cut in an upwards motion just so that it's not thick at the ends and it's not so blunt. And again, just keep on, playing around with your baby hairs until you get the shape that you desire. And as y'all can see, these baby hairs is laid. I went ahead and used my tweezer just to pluck out any hairs that were a little bit too thick. And this is how we look, you guys. So for the hair portion, this is how we are looking. I wet it later on into the video just so you guys can see its nice little form. But now I'm just going to go ahead and go into the makeup section of this. Get ready with me. So stay tuned. Alright, so first things first, you want to make sure that your face is nice and moisturized. I'm using the Neutrogena Hydro Boost moisturizer, and I tied up my hair because my hair was getting in the way, wasn't feeling that, so I had to put in a little bonnet, you feel me? So, yeah. Right now, after my face is moisturized, I'm going to go in with my Milk Hydro Boost primer, just so my face can be nice and primed and moisturized, you guys. And you just want to wait until it dries a little bit till it gets a little bit tacky before you proceed with your foundation. Now today I'll be mixing up my foundations. I'm using the NARS All Day Luminous in Dark 3 and also my Fenty Pro Filter foundation in the color 480. And I'm going to use a damp beauty blender just to blend out all of my imperfections. You feel me? You got to make sure it's nice and blended. And today's makeup look is done a little bit differently. But yeah, I'm going in with my concealer, my Fenty concealer in the shade 470, and I'm outlining my eyebrows with the Absolute pencil from the beauty supply store in the shade Smoke. And I did my eyebrows just so that the concealer could sit a little bit, so it could be more saturated and just give that I slept for 8 hours and I look like I woke up like this kind of look. You feel me? So I went ahead and let that sit for a little bit before I blended it out with my beauty blender. And yeah, you guys, blend, blend, blend. Now I'll be going in with my Age Rewind concealer from Maybelline in the shade Chestnut, and that'll just be like my lifting face. And I went ahead and outlined underneath my eyebrows with my Juvia's Place concealer in the shade J8. I use a lot of concealers in this video. I don't know why, but it worked out perfectly fine for me. But now I'm going back in with my Fenty concealer, and I'm going to highlight my nose as well as shape out the top of my eyebrows. But yeah, back to how I was doing this differently. I'm doing this a little bit differently because I've been doing this for a little bit, and I kind of like this method better of when you do your foundation first and your eyebrows second. But I only do that when it comes to soft looks that don't include glitter or eyeshadows that fall out, because I don't need that all over my foundation and stuff. So for the simple looks, I kind of do this. And then for my, out there looks, I do my eyebrows first. So now I'm going in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder in the color medium deep. I'm going to press that into my skin. Make sure that your beauty blender is damp so we can set that in. And then I'll be going into my Saharan palette, blush palette too, from Juvia's Place. and I'll be using the color Abby to contour my face, you guys. And I'm a powder contour kind of girl. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and contour all those places around my face and also my nose. And then I'm just gonna shape out that contour just so my nose can look snatched. You feel me? We're gonna snatch our noses to the death of us, so we can't breathe no more. Yeah, we're just shaping out our look and our nose. And as y'all can see, I was feeling myself or whatever. You know, go ahead. All right, mamita. Let me see you. But now for the eyebrow base, I mixed up my P. Louise base in Rumor 0.5 as well as my Fenty concealer, and I use as my eye base. And I'm going into my Morphe palette. I forgot the name of it, but I'll let y'all know. But I use that kind of reddish brownish shade in my crease, and I'm bringing it up to the top, and then I'm using that chocolate brown in the same palette to put in my crease just to deepen up that color. And now I'm going back in with the remainder of my eyeshadow base, and I'm just kind of stamping that in just to prep my eyes for the light shadow that I'm going to use. And I used all the colors are in the same palette. I used that tannish brownish kind of color for my lid. And yeah, you guys, the look is coming together. I was a little bit shaky at first, but we got this. We got this. And then I'm going back in with that chocolate brown just to kind of buff out and blow out that line of demarcation. And now I'm going in with my NYX matte liquid liner in the color black, and we're just going to do a nice wing. Y'all already know I was into my baby wings, but I'm like, all right, let me stop being a little wuss and, you know, do something a little bit bigger. I haven't done a big wing in a long time, so I feel like a big girl, you guys. Yeah, we're just going to outline it. And by the way, this look was inspired by Arrogante. If y'all don't know him, y'all need to know him. He's like the hair gods of all gods. But he did this, well, actually, no. His makeup artist did this on Ari. I don't know if y'all know who Ari is, but yeah. He bodied this, so I got inspired to do this, especially with the curly hair. And I already have my eyes eyelined already off camera, and I put in my eyelashes. These lashes are from my collection. It's in the style Africana. Stay tuned. May 16th, my website is dropping on my website. Y'all gonna see lashes, all that. Lashes galore everywhere, you guys. So stay tuned and follow us on Instagram. I'm gonna put that down right there, you guys. But right now what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and just, you know, just give myself some little lashes in the bottom. And then I use my MAC Studio Fix powder in the color NW58. I'm just going to press that in just to make sure that everything is nice and blended. And I don't know if y'all see, but my baby hair is laid. Y'all not telling me nothing. Like, come on. Really? Alright, but going back to business, we're going back into our Saharan palette, blush palette, and we're using the blush color in the style Neo for our blush, just so we can have some rosy cheeks. And I like to add on my cheeks as well as my nose. The nose thing is a little bit new, but yeah, I'm feeling like, you know, the nice rosy look. It's cute. I like it. And then I'm going in with just a gold highlighter. I'm using the MUA gold highlighter and golden afterglow. And I'm just going to apply that in my tear ducts. And I'm going to give myself the Aaliyah J wing in my tear duct as well, just to give, you know, the style a little oomph. And then we're also going to apply that same highlighter on the button of my nose as well as the bridge of my nose. And again, it's for the oomph, nothing more, nothing less. And I'm just using my finger just to kind of blend that out. Now I went in with the regular black eyeliner. I got this eyeliner off of Amazon from Italia. I've been, you know, living by this. This is my go-to eyeliner. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and use that to line my lips. And then I'm going into my Uma Beauty lipstick, matte lipstick. I believe in the color, it's not Sade, because Sade is red. This is orange. I didn't even know it was orange, you guys, but I'm like, hey, it looks nice still. I'm gonna use it. If I remember the name, I'll let y'all know in the comment, and I'm gonna pin that comment, you guys. But now we're gonna go ahead and spray our faces with our Morphe setting mist. and then press that in with our foundation brush just so that we can be nice and setted. And this is like the finished look, you guys. But wait a little bit longer because I gotta wet my hair and look cute, good, and change my shirt and all that extra stuff. So right now I'm taking off my bonnet. Not bonnet, it's bonnet, it's French. And we're gonna go ahead and use a spray bottle with any type of conditioner. Make sure it's not a heavy conditioner that you use on your natural hair. A light one, so like silicone mix or like Aussie would do. I'm gonna go ahead and spray that all over my hair. I'm going for this really big look, so I still wanted to wet my hair but comb out the curls and not make them defined so it could dry big. And yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it as far as styling. We're not doing nothing big today. And I'm just using a wide tooth comb. I'm just gonna comb out those curls. So, you can still see the curl, but it's still big. And these are pretty much the finished results, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not. Turned on that bell so you guys can get the drop before it even drops. And I'm so proud of myself because this voiceover went by so fast. And I needed an applause because, listen, I wasn't stuttering. I wasn't doing nothing. I was doing me. You feel me? So give, yourself a little pat for myself. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this content. And I hope to see you guys in my next segment. Deuces.